Okay there, good morning everybody. It is Friday the 12th of January 2024. I'm here at the Everton Stadium at Bramley Dock, as you can see behind me. It's really busy here today. Hardly anywhere to park. Strange, this road's closed as well, Blackstone Street, but anyway, that's not what I'm here to report. I'm here today, I've come today because they've had the first barrel, let me read it so it's right, the first barrel clad section of the roof has now been delivered here, I believe. It's going to make up the curved edges of the east and west stands, so the first section has now been delivered, I believe. Here Everton reported when was it, a few days ago, that it was in transit. I believe it is here. I have had word from somebody on site, because I do reach out to people, some contacts who will remain nameless, but I reached out to see if they had any idea when it was due to be lifted. They did say they'd heard yesterday that they were going to try yesterday, but then I did get a message saying they're looking at next week now. So yeah, anyway, I want to get up in the air and have a look at it on the ground, see whereabouts it is, where we think they're going to be putting it, as well as go through some comments from my video midweek. Okay, let's get up there. Right, okay guys, you can see I'm up in the air there, approaching the east stand. So first things first, this barrel section that's been delivered, we need to keep an eye out for that. Initially I think there we go. There we go. There it is. I've no idea how that works. Does that opens out or something, does it? So yeah, that's going to go up and finish off the this one's obviously, they've got the crane there as well, so this one must be going up onto that must be the start of the end of the east there. Yeah, it looks like they must go out, they must fold out, and go around the likes of you know, start going around the edge there, the edge of the like the barrel roof there. So yeah, there it is, it's there, on site, ready. So I'll keep an eye out for that, and I'll keep trying to get more info on when that's due to be installed. Okay everybody, as I said, I've heard next week, so I'll let you know as soon as I know more, and ideally I'll get it on video as well. Okay, so we'll move to some of these questions and comments. Anything anybody knows about that barrel roof installation and that, anything you know, please do let me know. Happy for all comments, knowledge, info on it, guys. Moving then over straight away to, I've got Craig Williams 4178. There's a reason why I've chosen this one first. Obviously he says, hey Nick, one of the cranes has moved to the northeast corner, yes, this white one here, as the roof is complete on that side. I wonder if that will be where they start the screens on the barrel section. From the Everton videos, they already have a section on site ready to be installed. Maybe one to watch over the next few weeks. Yes, exactly why I've started with that, with yours, Craig. Thank you very much for your message. But yeah, Craig, I totally agree. Obviously, they've put it down there. The crane is there. I'm like you. I can only imagine that's because they're going to start here and work their way across. But we know how these build goes, don't we, guys? Maybe they'll start here, get to like there, and then the rest they'll start on the west or something like that, because they seem to both sorry, they seem to both. They seem to have like different plans as to what seems logical. But I'm sure there's reasons for it. But yeah, thank you very much for that, Craig. So I've got, who's up next? Right, we'll go David Badcock. Okay, this is actually a bit of a funny one. David's put, to quote Richard Wilson, acting the part of Victor Meldrew, I don't believe it. I think we all know that one, don't we? I don't bloody believe it. He's put, Nick, you do have serious brain fade at times. You spent a full video on the 24th of November 23 in your studio explaining my screenshots about the locations of the mobility areas, including the 2 areas at the base of the South Stand. The terrain has been complete on the South Stand for several months. Thanks, David. What this is about, everybody, my video I done midweek on the South Stand. I concentrated on the South Stand and I said I'll just get into position. David's right, completely right, to pick me up on this and have a little laugh and a joke about it. But we were focusing on the South Stand in my midweek video, and I looked down here and said, "Oh, I'm not sure if the terracing is complete because there's a couple of sections missing there and over there." But as David has very rightly pointed out, and thank you very much for doing so, I did cover this in my video on 24th of November with the screenshots David had sent me with all the mobility sections, and there and over there, over this side, is certainly one of them that we pointed out. So South Stand terracing is complete and has been for a while, the installation of it. Obviously the seats aren't, but those areas down there are staying exactly like that for wheelchair access. We already knew that, as David very kindly and rightly pointed out for me. Thank you, David. Glad I can rely on you to still be watching and pick me up on it when I do have some brain farts, so to speak. Reason being, I have said to David in a private email, but when I get here to site, sometimes I don't have enough time to plan properly because I go when the weather suits. So sometimes the weather looks great outside, I grab the drone. I've always got it in the car. I don't keep it in the car overnight, just for security purposes, but yeah, I've usually got it on me, always have it charged, and the weather suits, so I jump out, get a video done, and then I say things like, "Oh, I'm not sure about the South Stand," when actually I know damn well it's been completed for a while. So anyway, let's move on. Brian Henners. So far all the seats are blue. I thought they might have put some white ones in to form an AFC or something. Okay, Brian, yeah, you're right, they are all blue at the moment. Let's just move around so we can have a look. Like that is the, God, where is that? This is the East Stand we're looking at now. We know this is like one of the first ones done with the North, but you're right, so I'll come just slightly lower, not too much though, and a quick squeeze round, quick look at the North, East, and we've just seen the South, and they are blue at the moment. Quite a lot of people have picked up on this, and what we think at the moment, and trying to get clarification, but what we think at the moment is that they'll be waiting for sponsorship deals or something like that before, when it's complete, before they commit with these seats, white seats. They'll wait to see what sort of sponsorship deals they get, for example. And I know I'm mentioning Anfield, and people might not like it, but for example, Anfield have the white night tick, don't they, that they have to change all the time for European games. It might be something as simple as that they're going to put all blue in, wait until they get whatever deals they get on the stadium, and then they'll put whatever white seats in they want then, and keep the blue ones aside in case sponsorship changes. That's my opinion and thoughts of it, and the thoughts of some others as well, because some people have mentioned that. But yeah, we'll of course keep an eye on any different coloured seats going in. Brian, thank you very much. Moving on, I'll tell you what, let's stay on the seating now. We've got Peter Collins staying on the seating. Peter Collins says seating was promised to be complete by late December. It's only half finished, and Colin Chon has now announced the opening for 25-26 season. How far behind are we really, Nick? Peter, I don't think we're behind at all. I don't think they promised all seats to be in by late December, did they? on that note anyway, they didn't say all. I think they just said the top tier seats, and they've only got the West Stand there, the top tier of the West Stand to do, really, with a few like small sections missing here and there. But they didn't like promise it. They just said that's a target they were going for. Different things happen with these builds, and you've said as well they've also announced the open for 25-26 season. How far behind are we really, Nick? Honestly, Peter, I don't know for a fact, of course, but my opinion is that they're not behind. They never said, as far as I'm aware, they never said like an exact like time, or date for completion. I always thought that they just said they're aiming for it to be completed at some point during 24-25 season, okay, and obviously that's going to be next season, but they have now said that it'll be ready for the season after. Now I think what they don't want to do, and I kind of agree with this as well, they don't want to they don't want to start us in this stadium midway through a season, so midway through 24-25. It won't be ready for the start of 24-25. They know that, and I think the option was to start to get into this one and leave Goodison partway through a season. I don't think they want to do that, and I don't want them to really. Main reason for me is I don't want us to leave Goodison partway through a season. I think the last game at Goodison should be literally the last game of a season at Goodison, and finish it at the very end of a season and give it a really good send-off, the send-off it deserves from us all, so that's my opinion. I think that's what they might be looking at too, if I'm honest, but I'm obviously don't know for a fact, Peter, but that's my opinion. Last but not least, we've got Robert Morley 3609, who says, why so many layers to the roof? I don't recall Anfield being like that. Yeah, so we know they put like a good few layers on, don't they? But we've got answers here. Kept the answers in. Zoomed in on the roof there. We've got Dunk the Blue 878 says acoustics keeps the crowd noise inside the stadium. Cauldron going to be the loudest in the Premier League. Jacker 2440's put Anfield stinks of pee, okay. And David Padcott's replied saying, Roberts, beyond the primary function of cover, the 7 maximum layers are all about retention of noise inside the stadium and reduction of noise pollution outside the ground. So there you go, Roberts, and you can see the guys fitting that roof there on the south. So there you go. I hope that video was nice and informative for you. We'll look forward to watching that barrel section go up. We're looking at the northeast corner, and we'll finish off there, guys. Right, okay, there you go, everybody. That was my update of the Everton Stadium down at Bramley-Moore Dock on the 12th of January 2024. Having a look at that first barrel section that's due to go on the outside of the east and west stand. Not that one, of course, there's more of them coming. That one won't stretch that far, but yeah, having a look at that in situ there on the north-east corner. It looks like waiting to be lifted, so we'll keep an eye on that. I'm hopefully going to catch that, catch it being installed. Fingers crossed. Who knows, because you don't get much notice here when they're going to lift something. They just go for it and get it up in the air. So but yeah, I'll try and catch it. Other than that, I covered some of the questions and comments. Sorry for my mistake on my video on midweek. Was it Tuesday this week? Whereas I just had a bit of a malfunction regarding the south stand. Pointed out by David, thank you, and thanks to the other comments and questions put to me as well. I hope I covered them okay for you. Other than that, guys, please like, share, subscribe. Hit that subscribe button for me. The other thing, I done a video the other day based on all Premier League clubs' current advised credit score, risk and contract limits. I'll link that here. Have a look at it if you haven't already. Quite interesting. Not so great for our club, of course, but I think we all knew that anyway. Bit worse than what I thought it was, though, if I'm honest. So have a look at that. Yeah, and what I have said is if that gets quite a lot of a good response, I'll delve much further into each individual club, especially ours. But yeah, anyway, guys, please like, share, subscribe, hit that button. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye now.